Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing. Today I'm working in my small Arteza journal, measures 5 by 5, just a super little journal. I'm going to show you the front of it. It's just so little, as you can see, is size compared to the size of my hand. And I've already pre-gessoed the pages, so it's all ready to go. Got parchment paper to protect the other pages. I'll be using the muted collection of my Liquitex inks. I've been waiting to use these. I'm using the muted violet, the muted gray, which when I swatched it out, it was fairly purple, so I'm not sure why that is. And then the muted pink. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I've got a piece of rice paper that says life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale. So I'm going to be using that as my sentiment. And I just got a piece of gray cardstock that I'll be putting that on. And I have some other embellishments here. I've got a little bit of ribbon that I thought would be pretty. I'm going to just use this kind of as a bookmark in the book. I don't really want it on the page, but I like it because I stamped out that fairy tale stamp and I embossed it with a shiny or sparkly powder. So I liked that. I've got a couple of butterflies that I had cut out of an old sheet of rice paper, so I'm going to be using those. And then my main image is this beautiful girl with her wings, and so that's what I'm going to be creating around. I'm going to be using this stencil. I believe it's from the Crafter's Workshop, and I'll be using this to create some texture on the page. Let me grab my modeling paste here just so I'm ready. So I'm going to start with doing a little bit of stenciling. So I think I'm going to have to, I'm trying to debate whether or not I can leave these clips on. I'm going to try leave them on. So I'm going to get my palette knife, and I'm going to be using my Crafter's Workshop Light and Fluffy modeling paste. Hopefully I have enough in here to do this. It's getting pretty low. And I think I'm going to take this clip off. I don't think it's going to work because I need to get all the way to that edge. Yikes, it's stuck. It's probably stuck to the gesso there. I'll kind of bend this page back into shape a little bit. So we'll just take the clips off for now. If I need to put them back on, I can always do that. So my girl is going to go, and she's going to pretty much cover this page. I'm debating. I think I might put her down first just because I might want to do some stenciling on the edge. In fact, that is what I'm going to do. So let me get my matte medium and get her adhered first. Reroute. Okay, so we got some matte medium, got a brush. It'll be a really simple spread. Looking forward to working in this smaller journal. The Arteza journals, they come in a 3-pack, really awesome. This size comes in a 3-pack. Okay. Actually, I need to get a little bit more over here. I want to have plenty so it really kind of absorbs into the background, into the paper. Okay. And I'm going to put more matte medium on the top, brushing from the inside out. This is really durable tissue paper, or rice paper. I haven't quite seen this quality in anything I've bought before, so it's kind of neat. Just getting a really generous amount on there. I'm just going to go all the way to this edge, and I also did put a piece of masking tape on the spine there. I didn't find any washi tape that I felt would go with this page, so I just used the masking tape. So let's see here. She's just so cute. And I'll be sure to link where I got this rice paper from. I believe I got it from one of my favorite suppliers called ACS Supplies on Etsy, or ASC, but I'll link it on my blog with the supply list. So I'm going to go ahead and pause and dry this, and I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. She's nice and dry and in place on my page. I think she's so beautiful. I did decide I'm going to do a little bit of background stamping over here on this side. Shouldn't be that much of a surprise. I always do end up doing that, it seems. So I'm going to be stamping in my Ranger Archival ink in coffee because I don't want it to be super bold. And I do need to make sure that I, excuse me, whoops, that I wipe the stencil off good because I just used clear paste or clear ink on it. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe this off. Sorry, that's off camera, guys. Okay, and I'm going to be stamping mostly over here. I might do a little bit on this edge. In fact, I think I will. It might show through some of that texture, so let's do it. This is that fairy tale script stamp that I've used in the past. And I'll see if I can link it. I think I've looked for it before with no success. So I'll go ahead and set that down really gently. Push, push, push. I like that. Cool. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and do it over here on the other side. Not as solid of an impression though. Just kind of here and there. Just like that. That's all I want. Put that aside. So now we're ready for our texture paste. Finally, hopefully it's not dried out here. So I'm going to go over here on this side first, and got something on the back of this. Probably some paint that I didn't get off. And I'm going to just do this here. Just trying to get it even on top and bottom, just to create a little bit of interest on this side of the page. I need to order me some more of this. I keep forgetting. I'm not going to get another project out of it. It's a very delicate stencil. I like it. Okay. Pull that off. Nice. And I just like to get that excess off the edge. And I'm also going to get it, you can't see, let me move this. Not sure why you're not in screen here. Maybe because it's so close today. So I'm going to just wipe this excess off so I don't get it transferred where I don't want it. Sometimes that's not necessary, but sometimes it is. So now let's bring this back. So this is what the texture looks like. That doily stencil is going to be gorgeous. We're going to do this side over here. I'm not going to do the whole page. I'm just going to do probably a little bit more than maybe about here. All right. Pull that off. I'm going to go ahead and drop this in my water really quick. And then again, I like to get that excess off of the edges. And I'm going to pause and let this dry, and I'll be back shortly. Okay, this is completely dry. I didn't realize the pages were so thin, so I'm hoping that's not going to create a problem. I also, while I was off camera, I adhered my rice paper sentiment to that piece of gray paper, and then when I cut it to trim it, it's all crooked. So, but you know, it is what it is, and I'll work with it. So it just looks all slanted. I think these letters are actually taller than these letters, and I cut it evenly. So kind of bummed about that, but I'm not going to waste it. So we're going to just work with it. So I'm going to go ahead and apply some color to this spread. And so I think I'm going to start with the muted pink. And let me see if I can get that swatch out. This is the swatch that I did. Whoops, extra piece of paper in there. This is the muted pink, and then this is supposedly the muted gray, which is really weird, and this is the muted violet. So not sure what the difference is there. So sorry, my computer is dinging. Let me mute that. There we go. So I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to try to go light on the color. I always say that, and I end up always going darker, but we can just try again. So I'm going to get my squirt bottle out here. Actually, I'm going to get the other one. That one gives me grief. So I've got these little glass bottles as well that are a little bit easier. So I'm going to go ahead and get a little bit of ink here, or a little bit of water on here, just so that I can have that that pigment move. So we're just gonna squirt a little bit in here. Whoa, it's really beautiful. Just gonna give it a little bit more water. Oh, I love that just like it is without doing anything else. I think I'm gonna let it run just a little bit this way, just so it doesn't look like such a straight edge. But I am going to dab it a little bit. I love that. We need a little bit more color here though. Just let that really settle in there. I want it to kind of run down this way. Yeah, like that. I'm just going to give a little bit more color here just to make it more concentrated in some areas. I love that. I don't think that needs anything else. I don't even know if I'm going to use the other colors. We'll see. I think this is just lovely the way it is. But we'll see. So I'm going to go ahead and work on the other side now. Actually, let me dab a little bit of this off. A little bit puddly there. And so I'm going to do the same thing over here. This page just seems really thin. Maybe because it doesn't have the rice paper on it, so it doesn't have that layer. So I'm going to go ahead and squirt this with water as well. And this one I'm probably going to let run a little bit more towards the center of the spread. Oh, I love the ink in the stencil though. That is gorgeous. Wow. I don't even think we need any other colors. This is beautiful. I don't want it to totally get away from me there. I do want that ink to run and be in the middle in that white area a little bit, but I don't want it getting out of control. Oh, I love that. What do you think? I think this is a gorgeous color. I wouldn't necessarily actually call it muted. It's pretty vibrant. So I'm just going to, again, get some concentrated color in here in some spots. I'll let it run just a little bit more. And then I'm going to let it run down. Sorry, it's hard for you guys to see that. And then we're going to dab a little bit. Got it running on both sides. Oh, I love that though, guys. That is beautiful. I love that. So I'm going to pause and dry this and then think about what else I want to do. I might just come in with one of the other colors, maybe just in the areas that there isn't, that we don't have this color. So let me pause this and I'll be right back. So while this is drying a little bit more, I did heat set it, but I wanted to show you the texture here is really beautiful. But I'm not liking this line that I'm seeing from the tape, so I'm going to come in with a little bit of gesso, see if I can disguise that a little bit. I'm not liking that at all. It's just too bold. Not sure if we can really disguise it too much, but I can try. I think that's a little bit better. Just going to go around here too a little bit. I think that's a little bit better. What do you think? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna continue to dry and I'll be back when this is all ready to move on to the next step. I love the little, blending here in this like watermark look, as well as what it's doing down here. It kind of bled out into this area, which I think creates a really nice effect. So I think I'm gonna skip on the muted violet and I'm gonna go in with the muted gray. Even though to me it doesn't look gray, it looks purplish, which I think will be really pretty with her dress. So let's see what happens. I do want to get some up in this center section here. Probably not as much of this color as the pink. It's actually creating quite a dark here. Not what I expected. Very dark. What we got going on here? Oh, that's beautiful. So we must need more water to get that to do what we want. I do not want this destroying our girl though. Let's see if I can dab that up. I think it's okay. She's getting a little bit sprinkled, but look at that beautiful color. Oh boy, that is gorgeous. I'm just going to go ahead and let it run. Kind of run down the center here. We need a little bit of color there in the middle. Some strange movement here. Boy, I love that color though. Goodness. Absolutely gorgeous. I think we're going to try to do that a little bit more up here. I like that on this edge. I'm going to put water down first so that hopefully I can keep it from splattering on her like I just did. Just want to get a little bit more movement in this area of pigment. So I'm going to tip again. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. Just dabbing at the bottom because I don't want a lot of messiness there in that seam. I think we need a little bit more water. Boy, this color is just amazing though. Let's just get some in here. Maybe I need to shake this. seem to be getting just bubbles. There we go. Protect her a little bit. Now I'm going to let her go this way and then down. I love that. I think I want a little bit of the muted pink to come up from the top as well. And then also a little bit down from the middle. Whoa, that was a lot. Now we need a little bit more of the purple, or the muted gray, rather. Let's get that up in here again. Just want a little bit more interest in this area. Down the middle. Sorry, you guys. It's hard to see. I like the movement we're getting now, so it's very bold. I'm going to dab a little bit of that up. I just want a hint of it. That is just a beautiful color. I think I want a little bit of that muted gray over here. Not sure why it's called purple. Doesn't look purple to me. Or it doesn't look gray. Sorry guys, this is a video after work, so I'm a little loopy. I love that. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. A little bit more pink, I think. That is just to die for. I love it. So guys, I'm gonna dry this and then I'm gonna come back and show you what it looks like. And I might come in because she's kind of magical. She's my little fairy princess, fairy tale girl. I think that I might want to come in with a little bit of gold just over the top of this texture. Is absolutely beautiful. So let me dry this and I'll be right back. Okay, there's a couple things I want to show you guys. I'm going to show you a close-up here really quick. It's absolutely beautiful. I could not have planned it better. I love what's going on in here. I love the kind of, it almost looks like galaxy kind of stuff in here. It's got some speckles, and I love how she's just looking up. But look what I discovered. This is all that ink that's gone into my spine. So that's concerning to me. Although when I open the book, it does not appear to be affecting the pages. So isn't that interesting? So yeah, that's good. I don't know if it's just the way the book is made, but it definitely definitely went into the spine. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these back. I'm a little bit concerned about this in here because it's super soft, and it's not gonna really get any better in there. We'll see what it does when it dries. But I'm gonna come in with my my crooked quote. I'm so bummed about this. That's on gray paper, but I am gonna do a little bit of black edging around it really quick, just with my archival ink in black. I wish that I had paid attention to that, because that just not what I was going for. But it's just a journal, so it's okay. I would have been sad if it was like on a canvas. I wouldn't have been able to use the quote. I would have had to figure something else out. But in an art journal, it doesn't matter. So there we go. It's nicely framed. So before I attach that though, I want to get the gold on because I may be covering up some of that texture. So I'm going to grab my iridescent gold fine. And this is a golden fluid acrylic. And I'm just going to use my finger and touch it along. Oh goodness, that was a lot squirted out. I'll see if I can get that back in the bottle. I think it was plugged. So I'm just going to go on the top of this here, like this. You can already even see it on camera. It's just beautiful. Creates a nice highlight on all this raised texture. And since she's kind of magical and sweet, I thought the gold was fitting. She's a little angel or a fairy. In my world, she's a fairy. I have a love for fairies. Oh, beautiful. Love that. Gotta see how much of this paint I have on my mat though. It's shameful. Completely shameful. I'll have to try to get that back in the bottle. So do as I say, not as I do. We should be cleaning off the top of this after every use, and I don't do that, and I need to do that because that would not have happened. Oh, this is just gorgeous. And after I do my, I'll give this I'll come in with my charcoal and give this a border, and then I'll probably come in with the gold. Well, maybe I'll do the gold first. Probably have to. Oh, that's just beautiful. Oh, I love it. It came kind of outside of that edge, which is actually quite pretty. So I'm going to try to replicate that. I'm going to come around the edges just a little bit. Hope you can see that. Maybe that can help me solve my problem on my spine here. I might put some gold there. I don't know, maybe the gesso wasn't quite dry. That's quite possible. That gesso that I had applied on top of that tape. So I'm just going to go in here with a little bit and just kind of get my finger on it. I like that. I like that a lot. So again, around the bottom of this page. I might not do a charcoal around it. We'll see. You'll see it in the final photos at the end if I decide to do that. Sometimes it's an afterthought. Just going to go along this edge as well. Just kind of getting a little bit of that gold here and there. Sweet. I think I'll do it also on this. Kind of covers up the black a little bit, but not entirely. Okay. So we are done, guys. I'm just going to adhere my sentiment. Oh, and my butterflies. I forgot about my butterflies. I'm not sure if I want both of them because I really don't know if I want any of this beautiful background covered up. Probably should put my sentiment on first. I'm going to grab my heavy gel. And I'm just doing that because, one, I'm not sure where I'm going to put it, and two, it adheres scrapbook paper really well to the surface, so that's why I'm going to just do that. So I'm applying it to the back of my sentiment that is crooked. It's a bummer. And where do we want it? I think I almost want this to go, I really like that though. Maybe I'll come down here. There we go. That's where it's going to land. I love that. I love that. It's definitely crooked. I don't know if we can disguise it with a butterfly. The butterfly can't go over the texture though, that's the problem. Kind of like this one over here. And then maybe this one over here. 2 might be a little bit too much. I don't want to overdo it. So I think maybe we'll just put this little beauty up here. Kind of draws out the color in this side, which I think is really a nice touch. So I think that's what we'll do. So we need some matte medium. I really like that though, but sometimes you gotta sacrifice the background. For your final project. Didn't pick a very good brush for this. It's kind of stiff. I can be a little bit more hands-on, so to speak, with this because it is not tissue paper, it's rice paper, so it's a little bit more durable than tissue paper. I wouldn't be touching that with my fingers if it was tissue paper. So one more look just to make sure I don't want this little butterfly. I almost wonder if I could put it right here like she's touching that butterfly. I like that. But I'm going to get a different brush. That one is just way too stiff. Let's see if I can find one that's semi-small. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm going to put this down here by her. Actually, I could have it go off the page. That would be even better. Well, maybe we'll do that. I can just cut off the excess. Yeah, like that. Just like that. I actually like what that spine is looking like now because of that gold. It's a good, nice touch. Okay. Whoops. Stay on there, butterfly. This is where you belong. It's your home. It's your new home. Okay, guys, we are done. So you'll be able to see pictures in the still photos. If I do decide to come around it with charcoal, you'll be able to see that, and then I'll cut off that bit of butterfly, but I don't want to do that while it's wet. And I probably will do some shading around my butterflies. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed the video. It was extremely fun. I love, love, love this small journal. And I mean, it's literally smaller than my hand. And that's just going to be really nice to create a little bit more simplistic projects. So, and I didn't end up doing anything with that other tag. I don't really feel like it fits. And so we'll just use this for something else. And so thank you guys so much for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.